Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Dr. Lisa coming to you from Tampa, Florida, where we are sharing daily insights through the eyes of an internal medicine and functional medicine practitioner with a busy practice trying to navigate the uncertainty and the information that's coming at us at the speed of light. I'm trying to digest it, stay up on it for you guys so that you don't have to have it constantly in the background. It is a lot of noise, a lot of hype, a lot of questionable motives at this point that I'm seeing from the media. So the good news is for today, and there are a handful of good things, new research coming out, how they are treating with convalescent plasma in Israel, which is exciting. So what that means is people who have had COVID-19, they are testing and taking samples of their blood. And if you remember a couple of days ago, we talked about lymphocytes, and one of the lymphocytes strain called B lymphocytes are the ones that make antibodies. So once you have been exposed to this particular strain of the coronavirus, a functioning immune system will produce these antibodies through the B lymphocytes. And what they've been able to do in Israel and in other places now, I believe in China as well, is test for antibodies, then take the blood. So you would almost go and donate your blood, and we'll talk about that in a second. And then they are screening it for all types of things, including obviously active coronavirus, making sure there's no viral particles, no other infectious diseases. And then they are putting these antibodies back into critically ill patients. And the cool part is that they are recovering. So this antibody therapy, which they're calling convalescent plasma, is very promising and seems to be working as of right now. So that's exciting. And the next question comes up, how do we know if we've had coronavirus? And I think if we've been exposed and if we've had a mild case of COVID-19. And I think that's the question on a lot of people's minds right now. So how, we had a cold. Well, I had a cold back in December, or, I had an unusual presentation of something. How do I know if I didn't already have it and I should be able to go back to work, or I should be able to go and walk around and do whatever it is I want to do? And the good news is that the antibody testing is now becoming more widely available. We are still not doing it. We don't have access to it in our clinic just yet, but it sounds like it's coming down the pipe pretty quickly. There are companies that are doing a finger stick. I've seen costs from, I think, about $100 to $300 to find out if you have antibodies. I don't particularly find that, that useful yet, just because I don't know the source. I'm waiting for either a company or a source I trust already to come up with the antibody testing. And then we're going to have to decide, what does it mean? Are you safe to go out and about and resume normal activities? And my guess is probably yes. I have a group of high-level healers, functional medicine docs, and nutritionists, it's about 1,000 of us, that are in a private Facebook group. And somebody raised the question of, a lot of us had some weird symptoms starting in the fall all the way through, before they started talking about this virus. And I'm sure a lot of you listening, maybe you did as well. I know I got the flu, which I never have in my life. It tested positive, but I'm wondering as well in the back of my head. I got over it really quickly, thank God. So when this antibody testing becomes available, we will let you know, and it may be something worth looking into. It will be, actually. The next question that has come up, a lot of you have asked, actually, is, if we want to get exposed and get over this, should we just go out and get exposed like they used to do way back in the day, I think with chickenpox, go rub on your sister. And I think, unfortunately, at this point, my answer to that would be not yet, because we don't have an adequate enough treatment protocol. We cannot fully predict who is going to have a reaction that's more severe than someone else. We can guess, based on comorbidities and things, but we don't know enough. So I wouldn't recommend just going over to your friend who tested positive's house as of this point. I don't know that we'll ever recommend that. So that's the answer to that question. Right now, just continue to do everything you can so that if or when you get exposed, you will have this amazing army of B lymphocytes that line up, form antibodies for you, and then you could potentially be a donor that could help save somebody's life. So it may get to that place where we're screening people, and I would love to do that for my patients and my community, and then allowing them to donate so that they can help others. So I thought that was a bunch of super interesting information, and I want to leave you guys with a couple things to think about over the weekend. I'd like you to write down a few things that you are doing now, or if you haven't started, that you plan to do before this is over, that maybe you are doing better now than you were doing when you were still in the hamster wheel rat race that we were in a few maybe weeks ago. So could it be taking 5 minutes to listen to me share this information with you? Or maybe it's getting outside like we talked about and putting your feet in the earth, or getting in the sun, or connecting with your kid in a little more way that's more present. So think about 3 things that you enjoy, that you are grateful for, that this time has brought you. And then what we'll do is make sure that we're bringing that forward indefinitely when this is over. That'll be the gift of this pandemic. Okay, so to leave you for the weekend, I hope you get a lot of sun and peace and health, and wash your hands. That is never going to change. We're all going to be washing our hands and paying attention to how often we touch our face, which is 1,000,000 times a day if you're like me. So let's end with an affirmation. I honor and respect my body's ability to fight infections. Just take a moment there. I honor and respect my body's ability to fight infections. Take care, guys. I hope you got to catch me. I was live on National Network yesterday. I'll share more of my media appearances with you. Thank you for being here. Sending love and light. Have a great day.